Hi my dear students, myself Sachin. In the previous videos we have already discussed about the destructive test. That is nothing but from module 3 tests on hardened concrete. So let us start up with the non-destructive tests on concrete. What do you mean by non-destructive test? Means as the name indicates itself, it's saying non-destructive. Means here we are not making any changes, or we are not failuring, or we are not doing any external changes on the material. Just we are maintaining the same size and shape of the specimen entire the experiment. So that's why we are calling it as a non-destructive test. So in the short form it is called as an NDT. In NDT here we were not applying any external load, as we have applied in a compressive, tensile and flexural. In there we have applied the load with the help of concrete compressive testing machine. So here we are not applying any load. So in this tests we are doing on a existing concrete that is already used, or that is already constructed. Usually 90% of the tests can be conducted for only in government sectors, like public buildings, for checking the quality purpose. So this NDT is completely refers for quality checking purpose. So now let's see with the definition. In NDT, without loading a specimen, as I already told, here we are not applying any loading or any loads on the specimen. Nowadays this method becomes a part of quality control. As I already told, especially this comes under a public sector. For example, public schools, public hospitals, public bus stands, anything that all that is almost completely refers to the public sectors. Next, this method helps to investigate a crack depth. That is nothing but we have assumed in a one building already one existing crack is there. If we are not giving any treatment to that crack, or we are not monitoring that crack, that may be increases its intensity, that may be harmful to the peoples. So to reduce or to get a control on that crack, this type of test should be conducted. It requires a skilled and experted in the persons. Let us see with the figure. So here this is already existing slab or existing wall. You can check, you can call it anyone. It may be slab or it may be wall. Here just with the help of this instrument we are just checking the quality of the concrete. So we are not damaging, or we are not applying any external load. So here just we are checking the quality with the help of this experiment. So this type of the experiments can be used in the NDT. So for determination of NDT, nothing but non-destructive test, there are some equipments are used. You can see in next slide. Different methods of NDT. First one, penetration method. Second one, rebound hammer method. Third one, pull out method. Fourth one, ultrasonic pulse velocity. And the last one is radioactive method. Especially for your V2 syllabus, these two methods are most important. In some cases they may ask for a pull out and ultrasonic test. So let's go with the one by one. Example of NDT is ultrasonic pulse velocity as well as rebound hammer. In these slides it concludes all with the explanations of ultrasonic pulse velocity as well as a rebound hammer. What do you mean by purpose? What is the purpose? As I already told, NDT nothing but only we are calculating the estimation, or we are calculating the compressive strength of the concrete which is already existing concrete. So the first purpose is estimating the in situ compressive strength. We are calculating the compressive strength with the help of CTM. Say stress is equals to P by A formula. That is different case, but in such cases the external loading can be done and the failure of the concrete should be done. But here we are not damaging the any concrete material properties. And quality and homogeneity, identifying the area of lower integrity, because in a concrete in some cases it may be increase in the strength, it may be decrease in the strength. We can here we can free to check any points, but in the compressive strength of machine cannot go supposed to go like this, because we are making a specimen with the size of 15 centimeter 15 centimeter by 15 centimeter, and we are applying the load on it. So we can calculate the compressive strength of that particular material, that is mold or beam or slab, anything. But here We can calculate the strength of slabs, like calculate the concrete strength of compressive strength of beam, mold, or anything. We can calculate the compressive strength of foundations also. Here usually 90% the compressive strength of the slab as well as the columns, usually nothing but already constructed materials, already old buildings or already constructed structures. For such cases the NDT test will be conducted. Identifying the areas of a lower integrity, detection presence of the imperfections. This is nothing but we have already constructed, assume we have already constructed one building. Because of the imperfection, that it may be a poor quality or poor workmanship, the strength of the concrete has been reduced. That can be justified with the help of this test, that is called as an detection of presence of imperfections. And the next one is monitoring the changes in the structures of the concrete. So as I already told, the concrete can be attain its ultimate strength after 90 days. When we live more than 10 years or 50 years, 20 years, as the strength goes on, as the life of the concrete goes on increases, life goes on increases, automatically the strength may be decreases. So in such cases, we need to find out the strength after 10 or 20 years. In such cases, we can go for this test. Condition of reinforcement steel with the respect to the corrosion. As you know, steel we may be subjected to corrosion because of when it is presence with the water or any oxygen, it may be subjected to corrosion. When it is continuously subjected to corrosion, automatically the strength of the steel may be reduced. How much strength of the steel has been reduced, that may be effects on the concrete strength. So that can be determined by this method. So this is the example, some pictures I have taken from the internet. Next, purpose of the non-destructive test. What is the purpose, why we need to conduct this non-destructive test? So this is the most important. It is asked many times in the VTU question papers. Next, what is the first purpose? Estimating the in situ compressive strength. Second, quality of homogeneity. Third, lower integrity. Fourth one, presence of the imperfections, as already discussed. And the monitoring the change of the structure. And the last one, reinforce with the corrosion. What are the different methods we have discussed about the what do you mean by NDT, how we will conduct NDT, but how the method question is what are the different methods? So here we have considered 5 methods. First one is penetration, second one is rebound hammer, third one pull out, fourth one ultrasonic pulse velocity, fifth one radioactive. Just I will go with the brief one by one. Penetration, as the name indicates, penetration on the concrete we are making a some impression only for with respect to some smaller diameter. With respect to the smaller penetration value, we can find out the compressive strength of the test. That test is called as an penetration test. As the name indicates, here we are conducting a small type of penetration. Next one, rebound hammer. Assume we have a one wall. So with the help of rebound hammer, just we are applying an external loading. That is nothing but a small type of loading. Just we are hitting the wall. The rammer which makes the impression on the wall and it comes to the backs, that is called as a rebound. Usually this rebound hammer indication by numbers, that is rebound number. Based on the number we can find out the, again we need to find out the compressive strength of the concrete with the help of empirical formula. Only in this method we are using the empirical formula. Next one, pull out test. In pull out test, again in concrete we are making a some impression. Here just we are inserting a dot. With the help of this we can find out the compressive strength of the concrete. And the next one, ultrasonic pulse velocity. Here what we are doing, assume a one beam is there, we are making a 2 points. We can call this as an point A and point B. From here to here we are sending the ultrasonic waves. How much time is required and how much from that waves to reach from A point to B point? Based on the time, assume just I will give a small example. We have considered a three medium, solid and liquid as well as air. the vibrations can move for transfer more in a denser medium, nothing but a solid medium, which can be can our the speed of the waves will be very less in a compared to the solid medium, the speed of the waves will be less in a liquid medium. Compared to the liquid medium, the speed of the waves will be very less in a air medium. So based on this only, if the material is very denser, the ultrasonic pulse velocity method maybe it gives the more results. If the material is lower denser, then automatically the time taken will be lesser. Next one is the radioactive method. Here we are conducting the radioactive method with the help of radioactive rays. So just we'll go through the one by one. First one, that is penetration tests on concrete. I already told this equipment consists of a powder actuated gun. In the next figure, in the next slide, we can see this. A gun driver handled by the probes loaded by the cartridge. The probe diameter will be around 0.25 inch, that is nothing but 6.55 mm, and the length will be 3.125 inch, nothing but 8 centimeter. So length will be 8 centimeter and the diameter will be 6.5 mm. So here see, here the person testing the concrete strength with the help of this gun, that is nothing but an penetration test on concrete. So we can see clearly he is hitting on a wall and he is not making any external damages on the wall, just he is checking the quality of the concrete, that is nothing but penetration test on concrete. Next one, what are the limitations? Because for every technology there will be advantages and disadvantages, because we need to go with the limitations. What are the limitations? This test produces quite variable results. It should not be expected to give the accurate, because as already told, we in a wall assume here the density of concrete is more, here the density of concrete is less. If we are checking the result here, automatically the strength will be more. If we are checking the concrete of the strength will be here, the strength will be less. So we cannot go for the accurate, because this one is the not accurate method. That's why I am telling the limitations. Comparing to the rebound hammer, these all are the not accurate methods. That's why everyone are using a rebound hammer in a nowadays. Next, it has a however, the potential for providing the quick means for checking quality and maturity in situ concrete. Here we cannot go for directly with the help of these results. It also provides means the assessing the strength of development in the curing. Nothing but if the curing is goes on increasing, the automatically the strength is also goes on increasing. Next one is rebound.